my channel. For today's video, we're going to be doing a DIY on some farmhouse garlands that I make. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I make my farmhouse garlands, then just keep on watching. Alrighty, so starting off with the materials, you are definitely going to be needing wood beads. I get these off of Amazon. I get a pack of 300 for $14.99. It's definitely a lot cheaper than buying them like at Joann's, Michael's, or Hobby Lobby, because considering you only get like 30 beads in a bag and you pay like $5.99, I think it's definitely better to go with Amazon. You're also going to need a jute twine. I actually get this at Joann's. I believe I pay like $2.99 or $3.99, and there's a ton of twine in there. It lasts forever. You're also going to need a paintbrush. Now, I get a lot of questions on how I paint my beads. I actually paint them hand painted one by one, and sometimes I do double like coats, 2 coats, because sometimes the colors are very streaky and they don't you know, it shows through, it bleeds through, and you could still see the wood. So I do 2 coats on some of them. But I've had people tell me that they've put them in a bag and they put the paint in there and they shake it all up and it comes out very clumpy. If you do it that way, of course, it's not going to come out very smooth. So I do recommend using a brush, and this is the one that I use. You can see it has so much paint on it because I use it so much. I also use these cake pop sticks. These are what I use to put the beads on, and I paint them, and then I will go ahead and stick them on to a foam. You can see this one is so beat up as I use it all the time, but I will pretty much just paint each bead and then I'll put it on the foam, let them dry, and then if I need to do a double coat, then I will go through them again. I also, of course, you're definitely going to use acrylic paint. I like using the Americana paint. This one, I picked it up at Hobby Lobby. You can find them at Hobby Lobby, at Joann's, at Michael's. Pretty much any craft store you will find acrylic paint. You're also going to need a pair of scissors. I use these to cut the twine, to do the tassels, and all of that. And then I also use tape. This tape I use to put on the end of the twine. This is gonna help make the stringing process a lot smoother. You don't have to worry about the little pieces of the twine coming out. And then this part is actually optional, but I do use it with every bead garland that I do, and it is a hot glue gun. I use this for pretty much security, just to make sure that it's secure. I will glue each bead, well, not each bead, but the ends to the tassel or to the charm, whichever it's going to be. I will put just a little bit of glue, and I'll show you guys in my video how exactly I do that. So you can also add different things. You can do ribbon and add them to the twine. You can add little cute charms, kind of like this little bee charm. I actually add this usually to the tassels. Or you can do a charm like a lemon slice. I know the lemon slices have been really popular. And this one, I would just kind of drill a little hole and then I would string it through and start my garland. But for today's video, it's going to be pretty much just a simple garland, so you guys can see exactly how I make them. But if you guys are interested in seeing how I make them with the charms and the lemons or with the ribbon, send me down a comment down below and let me know which one you guys are interested in seeing, and I will get that up for you guys. So for today's garland, I'm going to be using a lot of pastels. I know a lot of spring colors have been really coming out, so I'm going to be using these colors right here. And for this garland, I'm going to use 27 of the wooden beads. And again, these are the 20 mm size. Now for this garland, I'm going to put 13 of the beads aside because these are not going to be painted. I'm going to leave these with the natural wood, and then these 14 that are here are going to be the ones that I'm going to be painting. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get my sticks, and I'm going to go ahead and put them in. There I have all of my sticks. Now there are a total of 6 colors, so I'm gonna put 2 per shade. So 2 for pink, 2 for orange, 2 for yellow, 2 for green, 2 for blue, and 2 for purple. And there's going to be an additional 2. So I'm gonna put those on the first 2. So there's gonna be 3 pink and 3 orange. So first I'm gonna do the pink shade. And one thing that I do is I don't pour the paint onto something because I feel like it's a waste of product. So I do stick the brush straight in there because it fits perfectly, and I just go ahead and paint from there. First I'll do the top, and then the bottom, and then I'll do the whole thing. And then I'll place it in my foam, and I'll continue on with the next one. So now I'm gonna let these sit and dry. You can see these are all of the sticks that or the beads that we painted. So there's 3 pink, 3 orange, 2 yellow, 2 green, 2 blue, and then the 2 purple. Alrighty guys, so I have all of my beads already painted, and then of course the ones that are natural, I'm gonna leave those alone. So I'm gonna move this to the side, and I'm going to take my twine, and I'm gonna go do the tassels. So the way I do the tassels is I wrap it around my hand. So I just kind of start it like this, and I wrap it around about 10 times. And then I go ahead and grab my scissors and I cut it. And this is going to be the tassel part. Next, I'm gonna get another piece of string, a good size, and I'm going to tie the string to the tassel part. So it should look like this. It's gonna have the little long, or the little short part, and then the long string right here. So then what I'm going to do, since the string is on this side, I'm gonna go ahead and pull my string so it's more in the middle. Like so. And then I'm going to remove the ends so I don't cut them shorter. And I'm gonna get the scissors and go down the middle and cut them. So it's gonna look like that. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and trim off this little piece right here that is a little bit longer. I'm gonna cut it off like that, so it should look like this. Now I'm gonna get my hot glue gun and I'm gonna put just a little bit of glue right here, and this is going to help support the first bead, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, so you can see I do have the glue on the string. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the first bead, and I'm gonna hold it on there, and this is going to create more of like a sturdy hold for it. So it's going to look like that. Next, I'm gonna grab my tape and I'm going to tape the end. I feel like this process does help as far as stringing the beads, but it's really up to you, it's your preference. But for me, I feel like it's definitely a game changer. Sometimes like the end, I don't know if you guys can see, it's all nasty, and usually I will trim it. So it's going to look like that. So since I started off with a pink bead, I'm gonna start off, well, pink, and then I'm gonna do neutral. Then just kind of do like the colors of the rainbow, the orange. This is what it should look like when you are done. Now I need to add the tassel for this side. So I'm gonna do the same process with the jute cord and just do another 10. And what I'm going to do is just tie it to this end. This part can be a little tricky because sometimes it leaves a little gap, but I do like them to be a little loose just so you're able to move the beads. So it should have a little gap. I don't know if you guys can see. It should have just a small little gap right there. So right there, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of glue just to secure the bead, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the glue. I'm gonna go ahead and just push the bead up towards the cord so you guys can see. It's not focusing. There you go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it into the cord so that way it just kind of looks like that. It is going to have a little gap like so, but I like that just so the bead is able to be folded and played with. So next, I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to trim or cut it down the middle. So I'm gonna get my scissors down the middle and cut them. And then I'm gonna go ahead and trim this little piece right here. Now I also like to use this just to fold the tassel part. So for the tassel part, it is a little complicated. What you're going to do is you're going to get your ends and you're gonna put them together like so. Pinch them with your thumb and your index finger. And for the string, what you're going to do is you're gonna get the string and you're going to fold it like so, like that. So it's going to look like a little loop. This is going to be sticking up. This is going to be sticking down. So you're going to pinch your tassel. You're going to place this in the middle. And you're going to wrap it with this piece sticking up. You're going to wrap the whole entire tassel going down. So I like to do it roughly about 6 to 7 times. And then you're going to take your string and put it through the loop. Pull it all the way down. You're going to hold it down and leave the loop loose. And then the extra piece of string, you're going to pull it and it's going to tie a knot underneath where the part that you just wrapped. So it's going to look like that. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and trim this little part right here. And then I just kind of like to tuck it in. And then your tassel is complete. Now, all you have to do is just even out the sides of or actually like the different lengths of the tassel. So I like to put them all together and I look for an area that is the shortest and I try to use that as a guideline. And then I'll brush it up again because sometimes some of them are a little crooked. Just like so, and that's how you're going to create your tassel. And you're gonna do the exact same thing on the opposite side. And then when I'm done, I like to take both of the tassels, make sure that they are similar. Sometimes one will come out just a smidge shorter than the other. And I try to even it out just a little bit. So after I check the lengths, then my tassel is pretty much done and it's ready. It's super cute. Has all of the spring colors and it's very neutral. It doesn't have any ribbon or anything on it. Alrighty guys, so I am done with my farmhouse garland. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If for any reason you cannot create your own farmhouse garland, do not worry. I actually have a Mercari store and I have these up for sale. They're not that expensive, very inexpensive. They do take time to make. And if you would like to support my business, I would truly appreciate it. I will link it down below in the description box in case you guys are interested. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks, bye guys.